I'm starting streaming. So let's see if this is working. You're gonna have to check because I'm like me, logged in. Do you have a phone? Is that where your internet is going? EVDO. That sounds familiar. Uh huh. Uh huh. That's. I just wanted to know if like Adam Schwem is live. You don't need to like watch the stream or anything like that. Okay. Well, I don't know. I just want to know if we're live, but I can't because I'm logged. Oh, maybe I could log in as Ghost Giraffe. Uh oh, you're gone. You're back. Let me pretend to be Ghost Giraffe and see if I can find Adam Schwem. This is so weird. Oh, you're okay. We're live. It says live. S um, while we're just recording, you're doubling up now. Why is that? I didn't change anything. What's going on? Yeah, drop and rejoin. Bye bye, Hazeman. I miss that guy. Oh wow, that just comes back. That's the one great thing about this is like the way to solve things is just like do it again. It's really yeah. Like I was about to like reset from my side and then like you just reconnected and it was all fine. Um well, let's just do a little bit more content to see how things work. Let me tell you a story about what happened yesterday that was pretty funny if you want to hear something. So Ghost Giraffe had a live stream. Um, Elite Dangerous. Yep. And it was terrible because the first thing that happened is I hadn't been in Elite Dangerous for so long that my key bindings didn't make any sense. I couldn't control my ship. It was going backwards. None of my keys worked. And there's a lot of key bindings in that thing. Yeah, yeah. So I'm like trying to like all there's all these buttons right, and so I'm like trying to figure it out, and then I was like fuck it, Mars, since we're gonna like be doing the Stream Deck thing, let me load your key bindings, which I have a copy of, and the Stream Deck thing, and then I'll have like a visual thing that will at least control some of the stuff that I don't have time to figure out right now. So I do this, and that ended up being terrible because half the things worked, half of it didn't. I ended up at a sun and I was in the like menu trying to like fix things while talking. And then when I come back, it's like 250% heat. I was about to just melt down my ship, and I'm like, oh Jesus! And so finally get there. And the whole point of what we were doing was we were going to gank gankers for a community event. And so we we keep interdicting people, and then distracting people that would basically be trying to gank people by kind of like, oh, don't hurt me. But like when they would actually come in, we would all like drop in and like attack the ganker. So we're doing this, and I get interdicted, and the guy's like, wait, 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 wait. And I'm like, I don't know how to talk to him because my key bindings are all fucked up. And so I just like put my weapons away and stop the ship, and I'm just hoping he sees it as a non-threat. And he tells me in the local chat, he's like, hey, we just really want to kill Mars. Will you help us kill Mars? And I'm like, oh, absolutely. This sounds like a lot of fun. Like, and so me and like the other two wingmen, basically, I finally figured out how to talk to him, how to talk to each other, and like, okay, we're gonna, when the moment comes, we are going to yeah. So Eddie comes in, and I'm like, Eddie, you got to get here. There's or Mars, you have to get here. There is extreme, like it's a Mexican standoff right now. Everybody's weapons are drawn, but no one's shooting at each other. It's a very tense situation. We need your help to come here. And he's like, okay, let me just like, get some more like weapons or something like that. And so I'm like, Eddie, look, negotiations are going down really, really fast. We need you here. So he finally drops in, and then Eddie does something so brilliant. He was like, later he would tell me, he's like, I figured what they did is they all texted you that they want to kill me, and we're trying to get you to be a double agent. I was like, that's exactly what happened. And so what Eddie started doing was playing a meta game that was hilarious, which is he started asking one of our wingmen to ask him questions about ice cream. And the reason... No, what he wanted to do was he wanted to have his hands on his controls. And he wanted the other person to have to respond by typing, because when you're typing, your hands are not on your controls. So he was looking. Yeah, he wanted to have a like 1 second advantage, so that once the turn happened, they'd be in the middle of typing at least, and so he would have enough time to like escape. And it was fucking brilliant because that's exactly what happened. Because it was this awkward like, I like vanilla, but he was trying to ask them the most complicated thing, because the longer the sentence they would have to type to answer the question was the more meta like time that he had on the controls that they didn't when they finally turned on him. So anyway, needless to say, as always, Mars got away successfully. It's like, that's his like one thing, is like he always lives to fight another day. Yeah. So it was just this really funny stream, and some of the people that were on it were tweeting out like, man, that was really, really fun. Like ice cream. What's the word for turning on somebody? It was just so super silly, and all the entire time, like I couldn't even fly my ship. I was just like, oh god. We had about I think a total of like 3,000 views. It was like 80 people, 90 people at a time. And most of the people that were there... yeah, man. Okay. You mean like you want to DJ a Ghost Giraffe live stream? Okay, yeah, that could work. Eddie and I have talked more about like doing more complex stuff, because right now it's just in terms of like his life and setups. We're both on audio Discord, and it's just his side. We're not doing anything fancy with the live streaming. So like no dual screen setup yet, no OBS Ninja, but we want to get there. We're just not there yet. I think. Well, and that's what I mean is like here's what I would want to do is I would want to turn it into breakdance fighting. So like I would want to like be in a situation where it's like, okay, like we are there and we have some kind of combat thing, and Eddie promises not to do his like jump in and out thing. We try to have extended combat around some asteroids or something, and just be like, let's do this, DJ Hazeman, and like we just like whatever, and then then you're piping in the music, but you're supposed to be like doing the DJing for the like the dogfight or something. That way it's much more of a collaborative, funny thing. Yeah. Yeah. We've talked about that. We have another a person who does some of our music, but he does like music production. He isn't available for live. So I think that would be hilarious. And I also think it'd be hilarious like to do that and to like just have it be so random of like, well, you're going to do what? Cuz wait, did I ever show you the rocking out giraffe gif that I made? The, first launch thing. Yeah, so I think like that in the corner, like you or your hands in another corner. Like I think we should just like suddenly just mash it all up. Where people are like, "What the fuck is going on?" It's like we're having a good time, is what's going on. Woo! Yeah, but it would be so much more fun though if we're doing like a 2 hour live stream and like we have the music off, and then suddenly and like an hour and 10 minutes in, that suddenly happens. That would be really funny because people would not be expecting like anything at all, right? No. That's the second time around. The first time it's got to be random because I want to see people react and be like, bring that back. Because then when we bring it back, we're doing something they asked us, as opposed to if we just do it, right? So like this is one of the things that yeah 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 see because that's how you make it be more about them and more and less about like what you want. It's kind of like the way you help the community enjoy what your random kind of directions are. I think even more because Eddie will do that all the time. He'll set something up, something will happen, and then yeah, it'll be incepted. Okay, I think we've talked enough that now we have like a recording up there. What do you think?